welcome to SaaS Unlocked. Today, I have someone from Israel. He is co-founder at Luna Media, someone who I can say that worked in several different companies with several years of experience in advertising space. But even if I introduce him, it won't be so much fun. I would like to hear from Daniel Cohen. Daniel, welcome to the show. First of all, thank you so much.
Thank you, Pratik. Thank you for having me.
And to start with, Daniel, we would love to know your backstory, how everything started in your entrepreneurial journey.
Sure. So I started as an entrepreneur, opening small businesses when I was a little bit younger, and I always saw that marketing and sales is basically the bottleneck of every business. So I would say about 13 years ago, I started really focusing on marketing and learning all of the aspects of marketing, digital marketing, especially. Started helping small businesses like myself, bringing in sales, bringing in leads initially. Then I moved working for a company in the edtech space, an Israeli agency that used to manage the Ministry of Tourism, the budgets of the government, big budgets, big responsibility. I was in charge of all the edtech side of the business, bringing in the relevant technologies, the relevant connections, and basically building the operations behind it. And we get to early COVID. Obviously, the touristic budget plumbed a little bit, and I took this opportunity to open Luna Media with my partner Josh Solomon. He's based in New York. So we started the company early COVID, and here we are today.
Wow. So incredible journey so far, Daniel. When it comes to Luna Media, let's little bit deep dive into when I'm looking at your website, you're saying reinventing the future of advertising. How do you explain that?
Sure. So Luna Media's proprietary technology is basically providing publishers placements for advertisement. It's an omni-channel technology that can basically work on any type of media that publisher has. For example, right now we are recording this podcast, so we also support audio ad placements for podcast. We are working with web publishers, app developers, gaming apps, and CTV. So our journey is basically providing and building new technologies for advertisements for basically publishers.
How did you come up with this idea, first of all? I'm sure that you were having some experience. And when you met Josh, what was the kind of problem that we were about to solve with Luna Media? Is it something like any story or any meet that you did and you draw something on napkin, the startup idea? How did it come to life?
So we started the company building something together that contains both our experiences. Josh came from a big company that provided technology for publishers. And in the end of the day, the good thing about the advertising world, that it always evolved. You can always bring something new to the table. So we saw that we are bringing new technologies, new placements, new tools, also to increase publishers' monetization and also user experience. So we started step by step. That's the truth. We started helping app developers increase their ROIs on their content, and then we build technologies that will improve that, and we moved to each product that we have until we right now covering the omnichannel.
I see that for publishers, you do Video Suite and Luna Speak. Can you explain this product line that you have so that listeners can understand exactly what kind of
So
products?
yeah, so for example, the Luna Speak is one of the coolest products that we have. So that's an idea that came into mind on exactly as you described it. It was me hearing a lot of podcasts, basically just absorbing so much content on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Just here with my headphones and while walking outside, while walking the dog, while being in the gym, I'm just absorbing content. And working with publishers, we're working with the biggest publishers that provide most of the content in the world. They invest so much into writing such good articles and providing such good content. And me personally, I had a hard time absorbing it as much as I do with audio. So we created a technology that basically takes articles, transform it into an audio file that our technology will create a dedicated voice as the publisher would want, or for the user. So we have both. And you can listen to the articles instead of just reading them. And I personally believe that that's the future of content, and that's how most of the people will absorb content in the future. And we can see it already today. Here we are on this podcast.
So you launched this company. When did you launch this company? In 2000?
2019.
2019. So it's been almost 4 years, right? So
yeah.
In last 4 years, how do you see that product has evolved and you came up with this new Luna Speak? And how did you start and how did you grow from year 1 to year 4 that we are today?
So initially it was pretty simple and straightforward product, just kind of text-to-speech product that was just more comfortable. Today it's just a much different product. So we are working with the users, with the publishers to basically improve the product on a daily basis. We added hundreds of features to it. Today, content writers, publishers are using our technology to create automated podcasts. So you integrated our code on your page. Automatically, every day you will have new episodes on your podcast, and you can provide the value for your users that are same as me, that are looking to listen to content and are looking to engage with you, but outside of just of the reading screen.
Amazing. So when it comes to I'm sure there will be a lot of ups and downs in your journey with Luna Media. What were key factors that included in this success journey that you had in the last 4 years?
Most definitely is the team. So I would say the most important thing in every company, every startup, is the team. So luckily for us, we are a small company with a small team, about 35 people today. That it's a bit corny to say, but we are like a big family. We are really connected to one another, even though everyone are spread in different places in the world. Everyone are just on daily chat, daily communication. We have we are really close to each other, and everyone are partners in this company and in the growth of the company. So when you have a team that is that dedicated and cares so much, that's what brings the success, I think.
Wow. I can't agree more because at the end of the day, you cannot do it alone. You need an incredible team which is passionate for achieving the success that you have today. One of the important aspects that, like, when we see AI coming in, AR, VR, and all of the technologies, what do you think the future holds for your product and the industry itself?
So personally, I'm a bit obsessed with AI.
Me too.
I love it, and I find it amazing, and I see so many opportunities with using AI.
Mhm.
So, for example, right now, it's a bit of a school because I'm working on it these days. Uh, I'm I'm looking to build like an one one hub place that you can come and you can ask to create a campaign,
Mhm.
ask to create a, let's for example say a campaign, and you will have multiple AIs building the campaign in one question that you ask. So today we have ChatGPT, AutoGPT, right? So we have AutoGPT that can be an agent that will already work for you. We
Yeah.
have Midjourney, we have DALI. So my goal is to connect all of them into one place,
Mhm.
and I'm doing it for our company. I'm not doing it as a product to sell or anything like that. We are opening hundreds of campaigns a week. So my goal is to bring our advertisers the the benefits of AI, of creating them, both the creative, the targeting, and the learning from the AI about how we can improve the ROIs and basically uh, using that technology and basically improve the way we work and how fast we work and how good we work. That's only one idea. Yeah, I'm working on multiple ideas currently.
Awesome. I'm excited to see what future holds for Luna Media with AI and other technologies out there. One of the important part of this uh, podcast is in experiencing your journey as an entrepreneur, right? So, if you can share any tips that you have for other aspiring entrepreneurs who are looking to launch a successful product like Luna Media has.
So I don't think I can put it only in with one advice. I think there's multiple that you need to follow, multiple rules that you need to follow.
Mhm.
As I said, most important is your team. An entrepreneur, a CEO, an entrepreneur, a founder, he needs to understand that he's working for the team. He's working for the company. The company, the team doesn't work for him. He works
Mhm.
for the team. So basically, you need to bring the relevant people, train them, and constantly help them achieve the goals that you set with them together.
Mhm.
That's the most important, as we said. Number two, and that's my biggest advice as a serial entrepreneur, aim to fail. It's funny to say, people struggle understanding that, but you learn the most from your failures. If you try and fail, and you try and fail and try and fail, that's how you see that you're making progress. Just
Mhm.
try not to fail on the same thing more than three times. That's the basic rule.
100%. This is like one of the business advice or like life advice I got from my father, right? So we are quite hesitant in terms of trying out things because we have fear of failure most of the times. So he always encouraged me to, like, take action. And I think that is something helped me more than anything else in my life. And because of that, even if you see the brand name that we have inside here, it's kind of a lot of people have ideas within them, but they don't have courage to bring their ideas into life. So it's your inside idea needs to come out of life that will
100%.
actually get you successful. So that brings me to the next round of this interesting session that we're doing. It's a rapid fire round. I'll ask you 5 questions. Again, you can answer it in one line, or if you want to explain it, it's something that you can decide. One other company and CEO that inspires you, and why?
So it's hard to put only one company as a target here, because my luck in life that I was a part in many businesses, and I took part in many roles.
Yeah.
And I saw people that are focusing in sales, and I saw people that are focusing in marketing, and I saw people that are focusing in product. I find that the people that are inspiring the most are the people that are keeping a positive mindset, waking up every morning hungry and looking to achieve something today.
Yeah.
And I saw multiple people in my life, both my personal life or my closest family. My father was a business owner, and my brother is an entrepreneur. So it's kind of running in the family. So I grew up like that. But again, I helped many businesses in life grow, and I saw that the main factor and the main thing that you need to keep is the good and positive mindset, being hungry, and always have something that you want to achieve today.
Okay, fair enough. You didn't mention that was quite political answer, but I'll accept. What's one of the best business advice you've ever received? The best one, which you think that is something that was transformational for your business?
I think the best advice that I ever received was coming from my father at the time. I was struggling with the first startup that I did, and startup life is hard. You have no money. You don't see how you get to the money, and you don't have a lot of idea. You have only a vision. You have only an idea in your head, and building the path to it is really difficult. So I think the best advice that I received from my father at the time, and I think that's what I'm following, as I said. So you need to set up really small goals, and you need to walk from one achievement to the other. And that's what I think will keep you in the mindset that you want to stay in order to stay in the game. Because if you're only looking I started my first startup was when I was 21. Wow. So my dream was to be a millionaire by the age of 22. So I just kept looking at my bank account and said, okay, I'm not close to $1 million. How do I get there? I'm not close to $1 million. So then I started setting smaller goals that, let's say, are more achievable and brings you the happy and the willing that you need for the next day. So, for example, you can see I have my hobbies are one of those. So buying the next surfboard, buying the next third bike. I'm a person of extreme sports. I have a lot of hobbies. So getting to a place that you are looking for the next target, achieving it, that will help you much more in the being an entrepreneur than looking at, okay, I need to get to my first million and just on focusing on that.
I find a lot of similarities in our mindset. So I'm enjoying this conversation. When it comes to, it's not written like, the question, it's something that I'm asking, okay, because I felt that this is going to be something very good answer from you. What would you choose, fame or money?
Ooh,
and why?
Fame or money? Okay, so first of all, if I would need to choose, for sure not fame. I'm not looking for fame. Money is definitely a goal. Money is definitely something that you need. But money is not the end goal. In the end of the day, you need to, as a human, you need to be happy to wake up in the morning. You need to do stuff that you are happy to do, and you need to have the energy of doing that. So neither money or fame will bring you to what I'm aiming to go to. I would say that again, where I'm looking to be personally would be spending more time with my family, exploring the world, getting better in my hobbies, in my multiple hobbies, and just improving on a personal level every day.
Wow, you should run for prime minister. I think you answered so well. Like I thought I will kind of trick you, but you got me. So what at the end of the day, we all are human beings. In our journey of being an entrepreneur, it's even tough. There are some days that you feel that you kind of want to give up, and like some days you feel so high. It's a roller coaster, right? We all need some motivation. What is that source of motivation for you?
So first of all, you're 100% correct. Life is a roller coaster, and everything moves in a circle. You never stay at the top, and you need to understand that you're not going to stay at the bottom. That's the most important stuff. Be aware of the situation. Even if you're on top, you need to understand that it's not forever. You need to understand that you will get to the bottom, and it's your personal bottom. Okay, that's the most important part. And you need to live within your head and within your body. So I think my best advice in this case, when you are at the bottom and when you don't have the motivation and when you just wake up in the morning and like upset about everything, find the one thing that you like doing. So for me, it can be walking at the beach. I'm living really right outside is the beach. Going surfing, doing one of my sports. But again, some days you're just so lack of motivation that you just don't want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
The most important thing is to understand that you need to get out of bed and do the one thing that you find passionate. It can be cooking, it can be watching a movie, it can be reading a book, it can be walking in the forest. It doesn't really matter. The most important thing and that's the message that I want to pass here. Some days it's okay to take a break. Even an entrepreneur that works 20 hours a day, 7 days of the week, and you feel that the amount of tasks that you have are chasing you and you're just running away from them. Some days it's okay to just take a step back and understand that today is not my day. Even if I will work, I'm not going to bring as much value and as much productivity as I would want to bring. So it's better just to take a step back, say, okay, today I'm going to do something for myself, and tomorrow I'm going to come back with more energy.
Daniel, I'm enjoying this conversation so much, man. I think we should meet soon in person for some beer.
Definitely.
There's one last question before we conclude this session. You said that you love listening to podcasts. So the question is, if there's any movie, book, or a TV show or a podcast that changed your life. If so, which one is it?
Again, so many.
Choose one.
I will choose one. I'll choose one focusing on entrepreneurs, and I'll choose one focusing on business because that's the platform that we are at right now. I would recommend a book by Ellen Carr called Never Split the Difference. It's a book about negotiations, and it helps you understand how your head works, how the people that you're talking to and negotiating with, how they think, and how you can just basically turn the everything around by using the relevant word and the right word at the right time. And I think that book will change your life in all aspects. So your personal life, your business life, the way you communicate both to your spouse or to your teammates, or also clients and suppliers that you would like to do business with.
Mhm.
So I would definitely recommend Never Split the Difference.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, Daniel. This conversation was really good in terms of business perspective and Luna Media, and your personal side of things made, like, mix your product even more powerful, because at the end of the day, people buy from people they trust, and their story behind it, right? Why they created what they do. So thank you so much for your time and sharing this with us. And thank you everyone for listening today. I'm sure we're going to bring more amazing entrepreneurs on this show moving forward. If you have anyone that you think of should be on the show, please message me on LinkedIn. I'll try to bring them on as well. Until next time, this is Pratik Thakker signing off. Thank you so much.